This is News Talk 880 KJJR. Welcome. This is Focus on the Flathead. I'm Ross Strauser, along with our co-host Reed Trontel. Reed, how you doing today?
Doing great. Thank you, Ross.
I'm excited about this interview. We have Michael Righetti here from Skijoring 2018, the Whitefish Winter Carnival event. Michael, welcome to the studios.
Hey, thanks for having me, Ross. It's really good to be here.
You were a board member. You've got your wife is a board member. We got a lot of new things happening in Skijoring, a new location, a new vibe, a new feel. We're here to talk about all the things going, all things Skijoring.
Yeah, if you're getting up this morning and wondering what to do, you got to come out to Skijoring. It's going to be fabulous.
Okay, so before we get into that, Michael, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I know you are retired now as a doctor.
Yes, I retired from surgery about 2 months ago, actually. Still doing some consultation. I've been an orthopedic surgeon for over 40 years and enjoyed it thoroughly. Practiced here in the Valley for over 25 years.
And so how does one get from being a surgeon to working at a board and working so hard on a Skijoring event?
Yeah, I love to volunteer for the community. I have horses and mules myself, so I participate in the event and hooked up with just some great people, and it's just so fun to work with them and put on this event for the community.
Okay, so let's start talk about what's going on with Skijoring because it's moved. There's a new location. Let's start with that. What is the location?
Yeah, so the location is Big Mountain Ranch. It's the old Vorman Homestead Ranch, and it has been promoted into kind of an event center as well as an active working ranch. It's going to avail us amazing views of Big Mountain as well as the railroad as it goes by. And weather permitting, we're going to be able to park right on site, which makes it a lot more convenient. And
we hear this rumor out there that parking is free this year. Is that right?
Yeah, parking's free. There is going to be an admission of $5 for adults, but all children under 12 and under can come in free, and we're just hoping that the ground holds because that's always a challenge here in the Flathead. It's got to stay cold.
Well, for the newbies out there who've never heard of Skijoring, someone told me that's a made-up word, but I don't know if that's a made-up word. I looked it up. It's actually in the dictionary now, and it was a new edition just a few years ago.
Yeah, there's a lot of versions of Skijoring. Sometimes the horse pulls the skier, and the skier manages the horse at the same time. In our event, we have a rider on the horse, and they're pulling a skier, and they pull him at Mach 10 across jumps, through gates, with a critical timing as the important event. There's grabbing of rings. I mean, it's going to be just really exciting. You've got to come see it. The jumps are over 4 feet high, and it just provides just really exciting observation.
So you said you were a participant. Now, were you on the horse, or you on the skis, or both?
Yeah, so I'm kind of a mule guy. So I was on the mule. I have done the ski part as well in practice, but approaching 65, it's a little hard on the joints, as an orthopedic surgeon would know, to come off 4-foot jumps. But it is really exciting.
Yeah, for sure. I've been there many times and watched it all, and we want to talk about this one specifically. We're going to get underway at a little bit earlier time this year. We've got royalty from Whitefish Winter Carnival coming out to kick things off. What happens then?
So, yeah, the royalty is going to come out, and right at 11:30, we're going to sing the national anthems of the U.S. and of Canada. We never know exactly what the royalty is going to come in with. They sometimes knight people. Usually we have Yetis and divas running around kissing and scaring people, so it should be really crazy.
Just don't get kissed by a Yeti, right? I heard that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I better go take a quick shower if that happens.
Okay, so then that gets underway at 11:30, and then right at 12, we kick off competition.
Yeah, there's going to be a huge effort to start on time. We would like people to come early, get their parking place, have a casual walk to the event, have a cup of coffee or Bloody Mary, whatever your choice of beverage would be. There's going to be donuts and burgers and all kinds of fun things. There's going to be a sledding hill for the kids. There's going to be a climbing wall. I mean, it's just going to be a great afternoon of fun.
So this year, something new as well. There are no dogs allowed out there, and I think that's a great move. I was surprised how many people would bring their dogs, as if this is an outing for their dog. But everybody likes to bring their dog to events around here, and sometimes it's not a good thing.
Yeah, this is a great dog valley, you know. Everybody has dogs, and we love to have them with us all the time. But when you combine horses and dogs, it just takes one dog to get away, and somebody could get hurt. And we all have dogs as well, but we would ask that you leave your dogs home for this event.
just thinking about the jumps. Okay, so I want to know: does anyone ever do a spread eagle off the jump, or can you get extra points for doing any kind of thing off of a jump?
So yeah, people do spread eagles off the jumps just for show, but it's about timing, and you don't want to risk falling. So there is no points for extra show.
So people were asking about the history of Skijoring and Whitefish Winter Carnival together. This went way back, and I noticed on your website, Skijoring or whitefishskijoring.com, there's a story about some person that just about went through a window on Central Avenue. Yeah. You know about that?
Yeah, this is used to be a challenge event, kind of an ego thing for the local skiers, and they would run it right down the middle of Main Street, jump over cars, and absolutely a crazy event. So we've sophisticated it a lot. We have safety rules. Horses have to be protected on their hooves. All the skiers have to wear helmets. It's actually, although still a wild and crazy event, we've got as many safety things as we can. We'll have both human as well as horse ambulance. We have first aid for both sides. We'll have a vet available for the horses, and so everything is run to the topmost quality.
Okay, so when we come back, we want to learn about what Calcutta is and what exactly is going to happen. There's a big awards ceremony, all those kind of things. We'll take a quick break here, and we'll be back with more with Michael Righetti. He's a board member of Whitefish Skijoring, and it's coming up later today. And by the way, our sponsors today, Three Rivers Bank of Montana and Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry. Reed, we want to welcome them along. We're also broadcasting and podcasting right now. Where are we going to be? Where else could we be found?
KJJR.com. Click on the Focus on the Flathead banner. We're also on YouTube. We're going to be on iTunes. We're all over.
Michael, we're all over.
Excellent.
We'll be back in just a minute right here on Focus on the Flathead.
Thanks, Ross.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
If our lives are getting so much better, why is banking fallen so far behind with monthly fees and bad service?
Welcome to Megabank. Please hold.
Welcome to Kasasa. Free checking with monthly rewards, refunds on ATM fees, and your choice of cash, music, and extra money to save. Upgrade to a free Kasasa account today, exclusively at select community banking providers. Do you, Kasasa?
Ask for Kasasa at Three Rivers Bank of Montana. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
This is News Talk 880 KJJR back again. We are on Skijoring today on Focus on the Flathead. Great thing to talk about because later on this morning it all kicks in at a brand new location. Our special guest is Michael Righetti. Michael, can I still call you Doc?
Yeah, call me Doc. Just don't call me late for dinner. Absolutely.
Okay, so as a board member, things have changed a lot, and we're going to talk about schedules and everything. Some changes in the way things operate, a new location. It's all very exciting. And really the big kickoff of Whitefish Winter Carnival next weekend is the parade and all that kind of stuff. But we get the royalty showing up later on this morning. And so what can we expect as far as timing today and the events that go on today?
Yeah, so the event, as we've talked, is going to be start this morning, actually sharp at 11:30. Get there early because there'll be parking. Now, the location is really special. It's easy to get to. If you get onto Highway 40, you're going to go north on Dillon. Mm-hmm. Dillon becomes a hairpin turn. Go around Dillon, it becomes Vorman, and immediately on your right, to the north will be our venue. There'll be signs everywhere from corner of Highway 40 and 93, corner of Highway 40 and Dillon Road to help you find your location. And it's going to air not only Saturday, but we are going to do it on Sunday as well. Now, Saturday's going to be special. The royalty's going to be there. We have a beautiful wagon going to be pulled by a pair of Percheron horses, going to escort the royalty around the event, and we have some amazing voices singing our national anthems. Don't miss it. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I tear up at every time I hear that anthem of ours.
And Joe Warner's back as the announcer again. He's done it every year.
Joe has done it every year. He's fabulous. And he's just entertaining all by himself just to listen to that guy babble on.
Okay, so we have a Calcutta coming up as well. That'll be tonight. And where's that located? And let's talk about what Calcutta is.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know about Calcutta. It's at Casey's Bar and Grill in downtown Whitefish this year. And you can come and actually purchase your favorite team. If your team does well the next day, you have a chance of making some really nice change.
So basically, you can bet on someone sort of, I guess, and make a little money.
Yeah, you can. It's essentially a betting event and sanctioned betting event, and you can, by purchasing a team, you're basically betting that team is going to win, and they're pretty good stakes. You can make some nice cash.
Okay, so I always wanted to know, because I've been to this many times and opened it up as royalty, actually, and so. People have been hurt on doing this, but you always have someone there just in case. Any strange events that you can remember? Any wild acrobatics that take place out there at Skijoring?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of the crazy things that happen. You're riding a horse, and there's loud noises, and there's people all over the place. Although the skiers are supposed to go off the jumps, we have had people lose control of their horse, and they go off the jump with the horse. So that's been pretty crazy. There's always a fall or two. We don't like people to get hurt, of course, and there have been very few injuries. And in fact, I've been doing it for quite a few years, and we have never had a serious horse injury, but we are prepared for it if it happens. But hopefully everybody will run free and have great jumps and great gate entrances and exits, and it's just going to be an exciting event. You really have to see it, and it's a unique event. There are only several in the whole country.
So how do you prep a course for Skijoring? Because you got to have a lot of snow out there, and then I always notice that in between some of the events, they'll come out there with a tractor or something, and they'll kind of scrape it up or they'll shape it up. What's the terminology? And how do you get ready? How do they get the course ready?
Yeah, we've been working on the course for probably a month. We've been running the course just a little bit on and off, and we've been tweaking it. There's an area for the horse to run, and it, of course, has to be of a different texture and consistency than where the skier runs. The skier wants to be on nice, soft snow. So right adjacent to the skier run, there's a horse run, and boy, I'll tell you, that horse's hooves are throwing debris into the face of that skier. He's got to have his goggles and helmet on just to avoid the debris coming off the horse. It's exciting.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on tomorrow. We have a lot of good things coming up tomorrow. So could you tell us about Sunday? What happens Sunday?
Yeah, so Sunday we'll start the event with the national anthem right at about 11:30 once again, and run the 3 classes. We also this year have a special event, a costume class, and the Fly Like an Eagle, I believe, is the theme for Winter Carnival, and so we're hoping that the eagles come out to fly, and people will decorate their horse and their rider and their skier, and there'll be awards for anybody who has entered the costume class.
Okay, so the costume class, they have a novice class too?
So there are 3 classes in Skijoring. There's novice, intermediate, and open. Open, of course, is the most competitive class. And so if you're ever interested, we try and get the course set up several weeks in advance. And if you think about getting a team together next year, you have a chance to actually practice on the event a little bit. And we certainly encourage that. Of course, this year, all the signups have been completed. They were done Friday night. But think about it for next year if it's something that looks like you might be entertained.
I was going to ask just what's the average time? I know this event is timed. What's a good time?
Yeah, so a really good time is like 17 seconds for an 800-yard course.
Oh, my
and
word.
so,
Wow.
yeah, it is fast. And that's going over jumps and grabbing rings at the end.
So, yeah, Reed was talking about if you're a skier, you're not necessarily a good skijorer. A downhill skier, you know what I mean? So,
yeah, if you skied races, you can certainly do this. If you come out as an intermediate skier, you'll want to take it slow and get used to it. But the skiing part of it is probably a little more challenging.
Okay, so you mentioned mules. So there's not just horses in Skijoring. mules.
Yeah,
And
people don't understand that mules can do just about anything a horse can do. And, us mule guys think that if you don't ride a mule, all you ride is a horse. But you'll get some argument in that.
what makes a good ski-joring horse or mule?
Well, they've got to be, you've got to have a very quick start. So a lot of the quarter horses do that. You've got to be able to slow. We have a circular course. It's actually a J course this year. So in order for the skier to make his turn, you've got to be able to slow your horse a little bit as they come around the turn, and then you've got to open them up full tilt for the last run. So, basically what makes any horse or mule a good animal is what is going to take to win this event.
We're going to be back, and we have one more final segment with Michael Righetti to talk about ski-joring. Whitefish Focus on the Flathead continues. Remember, our sponsors, Three Rivers Bank of Montana, Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry, and we'll be back with more on ski-joring right here on Focus on the Flathead in just a moment on KJJR and KJJR.com.
Hey, this is Dr. Chad with Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry, where a kid's smile grows big. As a father of 3 kids who grew up in the Flathead, I understand how each child can be different. We created a fun and relaxed atmosphere here at Glacier Grins and work hard to make sure each child has a positive experience. We are accepting new patients and have immediate openings available. We are located in Hunt Ranch Plaza between Walmart and Sportsman. Book your appointment online at glaciergrins.com or call 890-6055. We look forward to meeting you and becoming your dental home.
We're back again live, and this is Focus on the Flathead. Ross Strauser, Reed Trontel, and our special guest in the studio today, Michael Righetti from Whitefish Skijoring, Whitefish Winter Carnival event, and it gets underway in just a few short hours. Michael, very exciting, and we want to thank you for coming in and talking about this and getting everybody hyped up about the new location. And let's talk about that too. Now, if you want to set your navigation, this thing is I have the exact setting now. Where did I put this? It's on Vorman Road. And I'll get it here in just a second. But I do have the coordinates here. I'll get to them in just a second. New location, free parking, just some of the many new things this year, and a J course as opposed to a U course. Can you tell us about that a little bit?
Yeah, the J course adds an added excitement of a really fast run out. So basically we take a U and put an extra tail on it, and in that tail the horse gets into his maximum speed, and as he's doing that, the skier has to reach out and grab some rings that are hanging off some mounts, and we're pretty excited about that. This is the first time that we think this has been ran anywhere in the area. Bring your binoculars if you want. Bring your kids. Just don't bring your dog, and come on out and have some fun. It's going to be crazy.
Here it is, 1895 Vorman Road. Lock it in. New coordinates, 1895 Vorman Road. It'll get you there a little later on this morning. And Reed, anything from you?
I was going to say, you said there was a 3rd jump this year?
Yeah, so actually a 4th jump. Every year there's been 3 jumps. Now we're going to have 4. That'll be added excitement for everybody. The J course is going to make it really, really exciting. I don't think you're going to be able to take your eyes off of this event. So put your coat on, your warm boots, and jump in the car and come on over. And don't forget, if you can't make it on Saturday, it's going to be Sunday as well.
This is something you can spend several hours doing, and they have a lot of concessions out there. Great food, vendors all over the place, if you want to know about that. You want to talk about any of the people that are going to be out there?
Yeah, that's a really good point. We're going to have several warming huts. The Backcountry Horsemen are going to be out there with a warming hut. There's a new alcohol vendor this year we're excited about. That's a Great Northern Resort. It's a rafting and resort area out there by Glacier National Park, and they're going to be in a tent as well, keeping everybody warm. There'll be some heaters in that regard. We are going to have the climbing wall. We're going to have donuts. We're going to have the Pin and Q is going to be out there serving their specialty drinks and some amazing sliders. So everybody needs to come on out. There'll be plenty of food, ways to keep warm, and we're just going to pray for the best weather possible and enjoy a great day.
Okay, kind of a recap of what's going on a little later on this morning. The Whitefish Winter Carnival royalty. Paul Johansson is the king this year. We got Jeff Raper as the Prime Minister, and we got the whole crew coming out, and even the Prince and Princess are going to be there, I understand.
Yeah, it should be really great. And kids 12 and under are free. There'll be $5 admission for adults. And so it's just a really fun family event, a great thing to do in the winter for the entire family.
That's what it was designed for to begin with, right? To take a big break in the winter. We all need that in these doldrums of winter. That's kind of why they created the carnival, but also skijoring, and it's become a massive event around here. Other ones are trying to duplicate it. They just can't. This one is the best one. But anything, and then tomorrow, let's run down that again. We have a quick meeting. Then we do the same thing, 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, the opening, and then we start at noon. Is that right?
That's right. 10:45. Actually, the competitors will be allowed to inspect the course, and then 11 or so that will end. We'll prepare the course, and 11:30 sharp. You can't miss this opening ceremony. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. So get there early so that you don't have to rush. You take a nice stroll from the parking area to the event and get your spot.
And a lot of people may not know about this, but there's money to be made, and 25% of this gets donated. Can you tell us a bit about that, some benefactors?
Yeah, some of the benefactors in the past have been Wings and the Nate Shute Foundation. And let's see, we've got the children's...
the Sparrow's Nest.
The Sparrow's Nest, thank you.
Yeah.
That will benefit a 25% portion of the Calcutta goes directly into... donation to some of our local chapters that need money to survive and continue to thrive.
And one thing we want to mention, too, that we do have, an awards ceremony. This is going to be downtown in Whitefish. Where's that going to be?
Yeah, the awards ceremony, don't miss it. If you want some great burgers and great Cuban food, we'll be at the Remington Bar and Grill and Mama Blanco's restaurant. So John Dunnigan is going to be playing as well. So come here, John, and enjoy the festivities of the awards night.
Well, you got to get out today, have some fun. A little later on this morning, it all starts, and it is Skijoring 2018. And we want to see you out there and, come out and have some fun. That's what it's all about. And if you love horses, this is going to be the place to be today.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Michael, thank you so much. And all the things. Happy retirement, by the way.
Thank you very much. I'm enjoying it thoroughly.
You look so much more relaxed.
I'm not sure what that means about me, what I looked like before.
Okay, so don't forget our sponsors, Three Rivers Bank of Montana, Glacier Grins Pediatric Dentistry. We are right here on News Talk 880 KJJR and KJJR.com. And don't forget, we have new ways to find us, Reed.
Yes, bpodcast.com. We're also on Facebook. We're on YouTube. We're at KJJR.com. And don't forget to check out whitefishskijoring.com as well.
This is Focus on the Flathead on News Talk 880 KJJR.